David Calvert coming your way with another Monday Marriage Minute. We're talking over the next few weeks about a subject that's kind of tough for marriage counselors to talk about, and that is why it doesn't work. Why sometimes marriage counseling is less than fully successful, why it's ineffective, why sometimes in spite of my best efforts, a couple doesn't make it and they end up headed for the divorce courts. And there are several reasons, and we started this last week. We talked about the reason that it's too little too late. In other words, sometimes by the time a couple reaches out for counseling, somebody's already got one foot out the door, and the relationship is unraveling, it's falling apart. Another reason that I mentioned in my blog, and if you want to read up a little bit more about this, you can go to my website, davidcalvertlpc.com. And this month, the month of April, the blog is of the same title, Why It Doesn't Work. But so another reason is the whole subject of infidelity, that sometimes there has been one of the partners that has had a relationship with somebody else. So this is especially difficult if when they come to marriage counseling and the relationship is still going on. Either they're separated or maybe they're still together, but one partner is unwilling to give up the affair, to give up the other person that they're seeing. In those situations, I don't try to do marriage counseling because it won't work. So until one person is really ready to honor their vows and to forsake all others and just be committed to that one person, it's not going to work. It's too messy, it's too painful. And so very rarely do I counsel a couple to separate, but in those situations, I really think it's best for the party that did not stray to not try to stay living with a person that's still seeing somebody else on the side, especially if there are children involved. It's just too confusing and it's too potentially harmful. If they have left the affair, usually affairs are a symptom of a deeper problem in the relationship and also a deeper problem in the person that strayed. And so a lot of times I recommend that person get some counseling, and also the partner that did not stray to get some counseling to help them to deal with the trauma and the pain of the affair. But if they've done that and they've done that work and the person is really willing to commit themselves to fidelity and to work on trying to regain the trust of the spouse that did not stray, then there's still hope for that marriage. There are worse things, believe it or not, that can happen in a relationship than an affair. If it's a long-standing pattern of infidelity, that's a more difficult situation, and that's very, very difficult for that person to regain trust if there's been a pattern of affairs over a long period of time. Those are situations that we just have to handle case by case. If you're struggling in your relationship, if you don't know what to do, if you're thinking about leaving, reach out to me. Whether we're talking about individual counseling or marriage counseling, I would love to try to help you. davidcalvertlpc.com. Click on the box that says book an appointment. Let's talk. God bless. We'll see you next week.